The air hung heavy with the acrid bite of tear gas, a stinging shroud obscuring the familiar cityscape. I watched as young and old, their faces contorted in masks of anger and fear, scattered before a relentless surge of riot police. The guttural roar of the crowd, a mix of Hebrew and Arabic chants for peace, was momentarily choked by the sharp crack of stun grenades. From the trendy cafes and bustling promenades of Rothschild Boulevard to the ancient port of Jaffa, the unrest had seeped into every corner of the city. The epicenter of the clashes remained Rabin Square, a place once synonymous with hope, now transformed into a battleground of broken glass and shattered dreams. As darkness descended, casting long, menacing shadows across the city, the confrontations grew increasingly violent. Ambulances, sirens wailing, struggled to navigate the chaos, ferrying the injured protesters and police alike to overflowing hospitals. The catalyst for this latest eruption of unrest was, as always, Gaza. The relentless cycle of violence, the seemingly intractable conflict between Israel and Hamas, had once again boiled over into open warfare. The rockets fired from Gaza, crude but deadly, served as a constant reminder of the vulnerability of life within range of the border. Each explosion, each shattered home, each life lost, served to deepen the divides and harden already entrenched positions. The Israeli government, facing mounting pressure from its citizens demanding security, responded with overwhelming military force. Airstrikes, precise and devastating, targeted what were described as Hamas military installations. Calls for a ceasefire, for restraint, for dialogue seemed to fall on deaf ears. Amidst the chaos and despair, there were voices of reason, voices of conscience that refused to be silenced. In Tel Aviv, a diverse coalition of Israelis and Palestinians took to the streets to demand an end to the bloodshed.
I spoke to a young Israeli woman, her eyes red-rimmed from tears and tear gas, who told me, "We cannot stay silent any longer. This endless cycle of violence, this hatred, it has to stop. We are all human beings, Israelis and Palestinians, and we deserve to live in peace." A Palestinian man, his face etched with the pain of loss, echoed her sentiments. Their words, simple yet profound, offered a glimmer of hope in the midst of darkness, a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who dared to dream of a better future.
To understand the current unrest in Tel Aviv, one must delve into the long and bloody history of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. This is a story of two peoples, both claiming the same land as their rightful homeland, locked in a seemingly intractable struggle for generations. The creation of the State of Israel in 1948, while a momentous occasion for the Jewish people, resulted in the displacement of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, creating a refugee crisis that continues to this day. The Oslo Accords, signed in the 1990s, raised hopes for a peaceful resolution but ultimately failed to deliver on their promise. Despite the seemingly insurmountable obstacles, there are those who hold out hope for a peaceful resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. They point to the existence of grassroots peace movements, both within Israel and within the Palestinian territories, as evidence that the desire for coexistence and reconciliation persists, even in the darkest of times. These movements, often working quietly and under the radar, seek to build bridges of understanding and empathy between ordinary Israelis and Palestinians, recognizing that true peace can only be achieved through dialogue and mutual respect. One such initiative is the Parents Circle Families Forum, a group of bereaved Israeli and Palestinian families who have lost loved ones in the conflict. As the sun sets on another day of unrest in Tel Aviv, casting long shadows over a city grappling with its conscience, one cannot help but feel a sense of profound sadness. Yet amidst the despair, there are also glimmers of hope, flickering embers of humanity that refuse to be extinguished. The courage of those who dare to march for peace, the compassion of those who reach across the divide, the resilience of those who refuse to surrender to despair, all offer a testament to the enduring human spirit. The path to peace will be long and arduous, fraught with setbacks and disappointments. As I bid farewell to this troubled city, I carry with me the stories of both despair and hope, of broken lives and unbroken spirits.